Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I am presenting you with the Transformers Legacy Core Class Iguanus. Thank you for watching this video, or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. With all that said, let's get into it. First up, as we normally do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's take a look at the packaging. Nice artwork up here of Iguanus in his alt mode, which is some sort of scaly motorcycle. Takara Tomy, Generations, Transformers Legacy. And then on the front, 8 and up, Transformers Legacy, Iguanus Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print. No, it includes figure accessories and instructions in all kinds of languages. On this side, artwork of Iguanus and his core class. And he shoots laser beams out of his eyes. Who does he think he is, Superman? Then on this side, the Decepticon artwork for Legacy. Then on the back, nice product shot. Iguanus transforms in 15 steps. Warning! Don't stick things in any language pie hole that do not belong there. Small print, fine print, legalese print, made in Vietnam print, symbols I'm not going to learn. Hasbro print, a barcode, a stamped in number, and I just want to say this. And I'm not going to say it, I'm just going to show it. Thank goodness he doesn't shoot laser beams from there. That, my friends, is a look at Core Class Iguanus, and I stumbled all over that. Packaging. Now let's take a look at the figure and accessories in alt mode. And first up, I know we normally grab the instructions first, but I'll grab this first. So we'll look at this first, which is his gun, which combines with other Core Class Transformers to become a sword. Hot Rod and Skywarp, I believe, are the two. So nice paint apps on him. It looks pretty cool. It's got some kind of, looks like energy stuff here. And then a big pig and a little pig and a peg hole. And it goes all the way through. Look at that. It's like a telescope. So there's that. Then we have the instructions. Nicely illustrated, easy to follow. Again, I still prefer the brighter colors of Kingdom and Buzzworthy Bumblebee, but you know, these are starting to grow on me. As you can see, Hot Rod, Skywarp, and Iguanus, and they all join together to make that big sword. That's, well, it's big for Core Class, I guess. And then, boom! Parents, scan this! Now, let's see, and as you can see, I did have to put him on stand. I could not get him to stand up by himself in alt mode. So, come loose in there. I did have to put it on the stand. And it does have nice paint apps on it. And in fact, that's what I wasn't going to get this one. And the more I looked at it, the more these colors just popped for me. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to grab it. So, Legacy Iguanus. And like I said, it's pretty good. I can't get him to stand up. I tried to stick the weapon in his front hand here, but it really doesn't. It jacks the front up on one side too high, and there's really no other place to put it unless it goes. Nope. So there's that. He just won't stand up by itself. But you know, the wheels roll freely. That's a nice. That's always nice to have a vehicle mode where the wheels roll freely. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's a pretty nice looking as a bike. And, you know, nice seat there made out of his tail. Iguana leather seats. And you know, the paint apps are nice. And again, that's what finally made me decide to go ahead and get this guy. So there we have a look at Iguanus and his accessories in his alt mode. Let's do some alt mode comparisons. And first up, I have another motorcycle that's sort of in the same class. This is a Legends class Combiner Wars Groove. At least I think it was Combiner Wars. As you can see, Iguanus is a much beefier motorcycle than Groove. And then, of course, with me as always, we have the Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee. And lastly, we have the Amazon exclusive Earthrise Alternate Universe or Dead Optimus Prime. And as you can see, I really don't think Iguanus's alt mode scales up very well, especially for the 132 scale. I mean, it's just too big, because here we have, just got this one handy, kit from Knight Rider in a 132 scale diecast from Jada. As you can see, the motorcycle is way too large. Even, you know, even Groove, while he's closer, it still seems to be a little bit too big. So Iguanus isn't quite 132 scale, 1 to 32 scale in his vehicle mode. That does it for the alt mode comparisons, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the comedy portion of our programming, where I attempt to transform this Transformer. So let's see if I can remember how to do it. Maybe, maybe not. We're fixing to find out. So let's start with the hands. Just unfold them, or untab them. As you can see, there's a big peg there, and small peg on this side, or small hole on this side, big hole on this side. So they just tap into that. They tap into it. Tab into it. And you know, you kind of just got the arms free there. Then let's free up the legs. And the legs peg onto the back tires about the same. There's the peg, and there's the hole in the foot, and you just unpeg them. And then there's a little tab here on the side of the knee that goes into this slot here, and that's on both sides. And just free those up. Spin the feet around where the 3 toes are in the front. Then you, spin it around at the knees, I think. I probably just messed it up. Okay, this untabs. You can see right here there's 2 slots, and right there's the 2 tabs. It tabs into it. And you take these, they're on ball joints, and they were like this, so this one just goes down like that. This one you kind of swing it up and turn it, and there you go, it goes like that. Then spin the waist around so that the tail is in the back. This piece is on a hinge here and here, and it snaps loose. I'm not sure if it pegs into place or not, but it's hard to get in there and it's hard to get out. So, but just flatten this piece down. As you can see, the ball joint here comes through that hole, and then flip that part back up, and there we go. It's back. Alright, there we go. Lizard Man. That was fairly simple, as a core class transformation should be. Now let's take a look at the figure in his robot mode. And most of what I said about the paint apps in motorcycle mode still apply in robot mode. There's nice paint apps here and here along the chest, the eyes, the knees, and the forearms, and even on the back here. So very nice looking paint apps, and that's finally what really got me to get this guy. Oh, and the belt. Don't forget the paint app here on the belt, even though it doesn't go all the way around. But it is a very nice looking figure, and that's what finally got me to get him, is, you know, these nice paint apps. And, you know, I don't have an Iguanus, even though I was going to pass up on these guys, these core class legacy, but I don't know, visually he won me over. So let's talk about his articulation. He cannot do the full extras. He can go side that far and this side that far, and not a little bit of waggle, but not really. Nothing up, nothing down to speak of. I mean, maybe a little bit of down there. Arms will not go all the way around because the tires get in the way. That far up, that far back. Now at the shoulder, he can go out about 90 degrees. And then a ball joint here at the elbow, which gives you better than 90-degree bend, and it will swivel on that ball all the way around. It does have a cut here at the waist for a full 360-degree rotation. At the legs, he'll give you that much of the splits. Kick forward like a showgirl, and back that far, not quite as far as a mule. I don't know if you go out a little bit, maybe. Nah, not really. At the knee also is on a ball joint, so it will swivel full 360 degrees and give you not quite a 90-degree bend. Now at the ankles, also on a ball joint, so it will give you tilt down that far and tilt up that far, which is unusual for Transformer. Usually we don't get any tilt at all. And then we have rocker, and he'll rock in that far and out just a little bit. And then how does he look with his weapon? Put it in his hand in the small peg. I guess you could put it upside down and use the big peg, but that would look kind of silly. So then we have, he can shoot all over the place. Also, you can use it as a telescope. So That's pretty neat. Now that, my friends, does it for a look at Iguanus in his robot mode. It's time for my favorite part of a Transformers review, the robot mode comparisons. And first up here we have that Combiner Wars. I think he's Combiner Wars. Groove. He's either Combiner Wars, Power of the Primes, or Titan's Return. I don't think he's Power of the Primes. So he could be Titan's Returns, but I think he's Combiner Wars. But I'm not going to swear to that. So you can see he's a little bit taller. So Iguanus takes it in the, you know, he's bulky in his robot mode, but he's bulky in his motorcycle mode. But he's pencil thin in robot mode, and Iguanus has kind of got some substance to him. So, and then of course here we have the Titans Returns Legends Class Bumblebee. And lastly, we have the Walmart exclusive Leader Class Earthrise Netflix Optimus Prime. And that, my friends, completes robot mode comparisons. For final thoughts on the Transformers Legacy Core Class Iguanus, I like this guy. You know, I was going to pass on these Core Class dudes, as I said earlier, and I'm still going to pass on some of them. I just don't need I don't need core classes of everybody. So but nice deco on this guy, even though, I mean, there's not a bunch of it, but you know, his belt here, his chest, his knees, the weapon, I mean, there's a pretty good bit of paint. He's probably got as much paint on him as one of the smaller deluxe class figures, if not more. Because they skimp out on that paint sometimes, Hasbro does, wherever they can get away with it. But not just on Transformers, that's, you know, any line, any toy manufacturer, you know. I mean, how many times have we reused the same He-Man body? Mattel. Lots. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with reuse. I'm not complaining about it. It helps us get a multitude of characters. So, I don't mind it. But, you know, the paint apps is honestly what won me over with this guy. I kept seeing him in the store, and he kept being there and calling me, "Hey, buy me, Digital Caveman." So eventually his hypnotic lizard eyes talked me into it with all this, you know, nice paint work. But that's really what won me over with this guy's, you know, the nice paint apps on him. And you know, I didn't have an Iguanus, so now I have an Iguanus with nice paint apps. The transformation is easy, as it should be with a core class, you know. And, you know, it's enjoyable. It doesn't have to be easy to be enjoyable, but I like having an enjoyable transformation. Bulkhead, if y'all have seen that review, I really did not, I didn't like his transformation. It wasn't enjoyable to me at all. And, you know, he's in robot mode now in the display, and that's probably how he's going to stay forever. Unless I move, I usually transform them down to vehicle mode or alt mode. If I have to pack stuff up, because they're smaller. Well, my friends, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Operators are standing by to take your call for views. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further, or both. That's even more awesomer. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.